Hey guys, I recently came into possession of the new Fieldpiece valve core removal tools, and I'm going to take you on the job with me today when I used one to better show you how to use it and go over some of the features of it. But when I'm done with that, we'll come back and talk about what all they offer. Stay tuned. Guys, I'm about to change the Schrader core with this new valve core removal tool from Fieldpiece. This is the VC1G, and hopefully I can show you how to do it right the first time. So here we go. It has as has been communicated to me, it has a little bit of a feel aspect to it, and if you don't feel it grab the core, it can be very hard to get it out. All right, you turn this until it slides in, and then you're supposed to push it. Something I like about this is, oops, well, that got it. I'm gonna show you. There's my valve core right there. Valve it off. Something I was about to mention is that when I'm turning this and my thumb is on this piece here, it turns independently and it keeps it from wearing out the end of your thumb. Now once you grab it, the pushing in part is to, let's see if I can show you, the head of this valve core right here, it'll fit down like this, but you got to push it to get it to snap in, and once it snaps in, that thing is on there, and it's easy to change your core, but you got to get it to snap in, or else it's going to give you a lot of troubles, as I have learned. But you'll feel it snap into place, and then you push on it to make sure the end of the core actually goes into that little slot in the tip of this tool. According to people I've been talking to, there's an O-ring in there, and it's got to slide past the O-ring. All right, so that's the new core. I'm going to do that once again and try to show you the best way to do this, because like I said, it's not obvious that you got to push on it. Push it down. All right, it just slid into place. Push it again. Unscrew it. All right, it's clicking. You'll forgive me, I'm gonna try to show you here. And there's my valve core. You see that little blue line? That's my valve core. And so far, since I've been pushing on it like that, I've been getting it every time. And this is just one of 3 that they have out now, and I'll show you the other 2. Okay, so these are the 3 offerings that they have. This is the one that y'all saw me use today. That one stays in my bag. That one also has been in my bag. This is the VC1G. It has a sight glass on it. It lets you see when you've got the valve core. And it has this nice tip on it so that when you're turning this, you can press on it and the very end does not turn under your finger. I like that. And this one is the VC2G. It has an additional ball valve on it, so you can put a micron gauge on it while you're pulling the vacuum, and that stays in my vacuum setup. That's very useful, especially if you're doing mini splits. And they have a little adapter that goes right here that you can just unscrew this and you can put a 5/16 end on it, and it works fine with the mini splits. But sometimes on mini split systems you don't have but one service port, so you have to be creative to put a micron gauge on it. This really helps out with that. And if you want to pull from both sides, you can put your micron gauge here without having to use another valve core removal tool. So that one stays in my vacuum setup. And this is the smaller one, and it may be the one that ends up in my bag permanently. It's the VC1. It doesn't have a sight glass, but it still has the same feature that I showed you when I was out on the job. The end of it is still the same. It has a little O-ring in there that snaps over the end of the valve core and helps make sure that you get it every time. And as I showed you, if you push in on it with a little extra force, it'll snap over the end of the valve core, which makes it a lot easier just to pull it out. I still think you need to pull it out slow and maybe twist it when you pull it out, but these are some solid and well-made valve core removal tools. This one is particularly going to be handy when I'm pulling vacuums, and to have the sight glass to know that you've got it clamped in the tip, that really does help out. But remember, you do need to click down over your valve core. You can feel it when it clicks, and then push it just a little bit more, and it should snap into that, beyond that little O-ring in there. This is the 5/16 adapter. It is model RVC5. So you just unscrew the tip on your valve core removal tool and screw this on, and you can use it on mini splits. Well guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope it makes it easier for you to know how to use these, and for you to see what they're offering. These valve core removal tools are very solidly made. I really like them, and you'll be seeing me using these in the videos to come. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.